I will be there representing was is.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this new experimental setup
Yeah, mine is delayed.
Oh, I didn't think it started.
that we have. Yeah, the live is delayed. That's a common thing.
Okay.
So you
That's
guys,
gonna get annoying as fuck.
We don't know what it's
Not gonna lie, it's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
That's how the viewers see it.
One, mine is just house starting.
Yep. So and then you'll be hearing yourself back or listening to yourself. So then you'll have your own echo.
Delayed too.
So
Yep, I'm gonna have to mute that. Headphones are useless.
yeah, but that's okay. You can watch it. At least you can see it.
Yeah,
See how it looks.
I can see it. I can't see
Yeah.
the comments. Or
And don't worry, Zach had brought it to my attention, which I agree. Removing the icons and stuff, that will be another agenda. That the audio was the focus and the setting up of the new camera.
It'll just look totally professional if we
Yeah.
had it. The old way it used to be with no icons.
Right.
And you just have to hide them somehow with a screensaver maybe. That's all you gotta do.
Well, I plan to do a format here where I could do a background that is developed to fit where these camera angles go. And so it'll be probably a whole different background, still with Creatures of the Night on it, but it might be a different background altogether. Might not be the mansion anymore.
Oh yeah. So but that'll be for the computer screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For what you guys are watching now.
Yeah.
For what you guys see, it might look different. But that's a good way that's one method I thought of to get rid of these. And make it look a little bit better. And I might even set it up to where camera A and camera B is brought down so it's centered a little bit, depending on whatever icon I use for the background.
Right.
But right now we have both of us up on the top part of that screen, sort of. So.
Oh, I love the candelabra back there.
Mm-hmm. And then don't worry, folks. Those of you used to my background, I have here. Sasha did order something. It's on the way to
It'll be here next
have the
week.
background a little bit better. This was kind of a hastily set up thing because the camera came not that like literally this week. So we kind of like, okay, let's try and set this up here. And I spent an hour on it last night. Delayed our live stream tonight because I wanted to get everything set up. So we're trying to start about 6:30 Central Time. We started closer to like 10 minutes after 7, so you know.
Mine is so delayed compared to his phone.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So.
I bet you.
And I did let Della know that we started earlier, so hopefully, she can catch the earlier streams again.
Yeah, mine's a little bit less delayed. The image looks a little sharper too.
Yeah, it's my
Wait, that's
settings
really
are
nice.
on my laptop. It's funny.
You look like a ghost.
That's what I say.
It's like our own version of Phasmophobia.
Right? But yeah, so there's still some stuff to do, but right now this is good. What do you guys think of the new camera? Isn't it good? Good? I mean, I look all like crystal clear. Look at that. And there's so much more it covers. It's a wider angle.
I'm refreshing this stuff. I just connected the 5G, so I'm hoping that it'll speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you bitch.
So technical issues. We spare no expense here. Well, you know how it is. So
I seriously look like a ghost. In my little ghost hand.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna see yourself here in a second.
Now I really look like a ghost. But this adds to the spooky flair.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so working on this stuff, making it look a little bit different, formatting be a bit different, but it will look more of the professional standpoint. We're not just all huddling around a camera, because that was not good either. Didn't look that great, and if they're in the distance, then obviously you know how mics work. You don't have to be an engineer to figure out microphones, but those further away from the microphone, they're gonna sound a little bit more distant. What was that? So, yeah, we want to make sure, and so they have their own mic now, and hopefully it sounds good. The echo thing is a common issue we've worked on. I know streamers deal with that demon every time, but when you know how to get rid of it, there's different things we've done. It's better than it was. Is this by means perfect studio quality? No, not yet, but working on it. But at least the setup will look better. And once I get a streaming deck, then I'll be able to toggle back and forth, so to whoever's talking, where the action is, kind of, so to speak, when we speak of it in cinema terms. So we don't both have to be split screen. So that, right now, the way it looks is even temporary, just so you know.
Is it able to switch between us?
Yeah. So it will actually probably look in along the lines of being not completely full screen, but closer for one camera, and then go toggle back and forth. So if you guys start talking, then it will go over to you, and you guys will be more full screen than you are now. But still have a border, so it has Creatures of the Night kind of on the back, you know. So that's ideally what we're working towards.
Is that an automatic thing?
Yeah, it'll be automatic, because the buttons on a streaming deck, if you've never used one before, they're pre-programmed to do whether they pull up an image, pull up a program, toggle between cameras. All I have to do over here at command, or control, is I hit a button. And the audience won't have to know. And just do this, so it's like this. So tell us about your day, Zach, and then you start talking, and then I hit the button. So it will look very much more like a newscast.
Nice.
So.
It's like our video we made.
Yeah, emo news or on Society Dimwit stuff.
It's like, tune in, Zach, emo news, how you feeling? I'm crying because it's freaking hot out here.
So, I guess we'll do a roundtable thing to get started off here. So, Sasha, how was your week?
Uneventful.
Which was better compared to some of the others?
Yes, we're gonna stick with that.
Okay.
I prefer those weeks.
Yeah.
Better is good.
Yes. But on the bright side, I get my rods taken out in a couple days, and
Yeah, I was gonna say that's big news. You want to talk about
hopefully
that?
can finally be done with this lovely wheelchair of mine and the walker and go back to work.
I'm sure it probably won't be instant, but it'll be sooner.
Yeah.
I do wonder if your doctor's name will be Rod. Taking your
No, it's Dr. Chris, which that in itself is a thing for me because my kid's dad's name is Chris.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then his surgeon's name was Ryan, and that is my brother's name. And my brother is actually a radiologist, so it was just too much irony for me. I'll be happy to be done with the entire thing.
Right.
This will hopefully be your last major visit.
No, I'll get the rods taken out, and then chances are that in, I'd probably say maybe 2 weeks, maybe 4, he'll want me to come back again to check on how I'm healing up and everything to officially let me go back to work. So I'm hoping for the 2-week mark, but you know.
Nice.
Never know.
Yeah, we look pretty good on here, so.
Yeah, well, my settings and shit are shit, so.
It's fine, I'll just.
No, now I'm gonna have to mess with
Talk
them.
about OCD, Zach.
We all have it a little bit.
Yes, and mine tends to kick in every once in a while too. It was just that I didn't care enough to fuck with it before.
As long as it looks good, that's.
It doesn't look good, that's the point.
I mean, what Zach is seeing is the real version. It's the version I'm seeing too, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, the version of mine makes me look like Casper, so.
Yeah, you're way bright on there. The gain is up.
Yeah, it looks really good. I see my choker, I see your choker, because I couldn't even see my choker, this
Yeah.
one, so.
And then you have the candelabra behind you for now, so.
And candelabra just looks stunning me over my head.
Yeah, see?
Alright, I don't need all your windows.
And your face looks
bullshit.
purple, by the way. It's kind of cool. Since you love purple. And yeah, your background looks awesome, Eric.
Yeah.
Too high.
You got the empty chair behind you, like there's a ghost sitting with us.
Yeah. Actually, here, there we go. Grab switches. Good. Wait, there we go. There we go. And then I do the music beat one when I do Twitch. So I kind of do a stationary color for this one. So yeah.
I just have to make it a little brighter.
Yes.
Fidgeting things over there.
Yes.
But I'm sure your pixels are not as sharp as someone's. How old is this thing?
Using the controls on your display, so brightness.
Let me watch one thing here backwards.
I don't think it's the brightness. I know what it is. I just need to get to that. There we go.
So I guess it's not streaming higher resolution, I guess.
Alright. Not terrible, but a little bit of echo. I had to watch some of the live back just to kind of see. Sounds, I mean, good, like we can hear you guys clearly.
That's good.
As good as me. So that issue isn't there anymore where it's like you guys are fainter because you're further away, like it was over here.
Yeah, on Discord, I actually heard the echo as we were talking, but I don't hear anything now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you hear it through on your end. So.
Not as bad. Like I said, a few things I want to still tweak a little bit. Some of it does have to do with placement of it, but I had to shut down all other audio recording things, meaning the two webcams have microphones themselves, so I had to make sure they were disabled.
Here, that looks better, right?
Now I look like Batman.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even see my face, it's all black.
Funny.
You'll get over it. I'm just, whatever.
We can, I guess I can bring my other laptop down next week.
Can I see your face?
I think it's because I'm looking at it from an angle. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I come over here, it's better.
Better?
Yeah, you don't have good angular vision.
That's a good thing for laptops and stuff. So if I'm like somewhere working on my laptop, nobody can be like just kind of going like this on the side and spying on my shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just the angle vision. So it's like, hello.
That's
Silly.
great.
All right, so that was your day. Anything new with you, Zach?
Kind of took it easy this week, but I did work a little every day. But I was telling Eric earlier that this is my summer low, and my natural body energy wants to be a vampire this time of year because I hate the sun so much and the heat. And even though I live further north now, it still kind of affects me because the days are longer than they are further south. So it still kind of hurts. So
Yeah.
I kind of get going around 2 or 3, and then I kind of go to about 7 or 8, and I do make my goals and everything, but I'm gonna have to do a little more next week because we're getting later in July now, and the sun's starting to get weaker faster now, so I think I can brave it a little more each week as it goes on. But I'm looking forward to the first week of August because that's the tipping point where it really falls down literally after that point. So. Because we lose like 4 or 5 minutes a day, and the sun falls 1 degree in intensity every 3 or 4 days. So, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Because then I can be outside as long as I want, and it won't hurt me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just working. I need to make about 1,000 more before the month ends, so I can get what I need done. It's doable. I have to do some longer days, and but I've been doing some room planning, and I didn't mean to make Eric nervous about it, but I was trying to decide where to put the computer desk because I'm going to put it at the foot of my bed with a computer stand, so that way I can sit in bed and work on it and watch TV at the same time. because I wanted the TV by the window where the computer was going to go, so I was going to have the TV mounted on top of the computer. That sounded really chaotic.
Yeah.
So, and I had to get a smaller TV because I just didn't like that. So I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna stick with laptops, and I was looking at Eric's gaming laptop that Sasha uses. So if I get one like that, I can still use laptops, and because I don't really need all that desktop power, I just don't.
Yeah.
And then I can have a bed desk. And then I can sit on the other side in a chair if I want to, and then I can keep my clothes underneath it in my bins now, so that'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can have a TV set up behind it, dismounted a little bit, and I can have a bigger TV for movies, so I can watch Lord of the Rings and trade stocks at the same time, or make emo vids. And I've been really excited because I started making more reels now, and they're blowing up on YouTube. So you can check them out if you want to on Kai Levin. And I have all of our channels linked too, so you should see them. And it's kind of cool. One got almost 2,000 views, and one's almost at 1,000. So then I put them on TikTok and Facebook too. It's kind of funny seeing which one's going to go further. But so far, Facebook wins, but YouTube's catching up now. TikTok seems to be the third place, but but that's usually where I make them. Then I save them and move them over. And yeah, the more I do that, I might be able to get monetized, and I can stay home more versus going out to work. And then I want to do other things too online. So
Yeah.
So I am working on my new goals besides my old goals, because I eventually want to work from home and not really go out as much like Eric does. So, but I have to start somewhere. So every week I've been doing a little more, even though it doesn't feel like a lot. It's a step in the right direction.
Good deal. Oh, Jay, hello there. It says, yo, 2 cameras look good, bro. Thanks.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, we're working on the echo, because that can be an issue. It's better than it was, but you can kind of hear a little bit. But we're looking more professional over here, yo.
I love this candle behind me because it makes me more like a vampire, which I am this time of year.
Right.
Because I tend to be up almost till dawn. Like I think I was up till 5 this morning, because I'm just a natural creature of the night during the summer. And then when fall comes, I get more into the daylight hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love the night. And the night's my time to shine, really. And when I go out east, I tend to work overnight, but I can't really do that here, so I have to try to balance it. So
Yeah.
that's why I want to do more online work, so that way that won't matter anymore. So.
Right. So.
But I'm excited for you and getting those rods out.
Me too. It's been a long time.
And then we can make wheelchair jokes.
No, we're done with the wheelchair jokes. We can move on to you have fun with your groundhog ones. Those will be next.
Tell us about the groundhog, Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
Well, do you want to? Well, the one thing that you'll have to step in is how you discovered the second one. But no, in between them, we had a possum found. There's just a collateral damage, kind of caught in the mix. I let it go immediately because they're not, what we're targeting here, and they're friendly. They'll eat ticks and stuff, and they. So when I let it go, it ran towards a wooded area on the property, and it scared a deer, a baby Bambi, out of those very woods. So I thought that was kind of funny, letting a possum go, and it waddles away into the woods, and then out pops a deer scared by the possum.
I wish I saw that.
And then
I wish you would have gotten it on tape.
yeah. And then the next day, then Zach, he was leaving to go to work, and what did you see?
Oh, I normally go out the kitchen door, but there was an icky wasp out there, so I told Eric about it because I didn't want to go out. So I went out the other door and I saw something towards my left. It's like, what's that? I speak down. Oh my God, that's a groundhog! It's number 2, and he was looking right at me, and scared out of its mind. And I was making little groundhog sounds, like that, and trying talk its language a little bit, because I tend to do that when I talk to animals. I try to talk in their language. Dogs, cats, whatever. But anyway, I took a couple of pictures and sent it to Eric, and I kind of suggested, well, if you think they're related, take them to where the other one was taken. And then when I left, I was watching Groundhog Day because I had to, just listening to it. And then I sent Eric a meme about Bill Murray having groundhog for lunch, and so I was asking if you were like that too, because cousin Eddie probably would eat groundhogs because he eats squirrels.
Yeah.
I know it sounds morbid, but it's just a movie, y'all.
So yeah, that happened. So then he showed me that something was in there. I was like, yep, that's another one. So then after work, Sasha and I were planning to leave to go run some errands anyway. Packed the critter in the back of the vehicle, and then we drove away and found a place for it to exit, and we rehome over somewhere else.
No, when we were trying to rehome this thing, there's a plot of land that has like where a house used to be. The only thing that's left is like the chimney and a little tiny part of that foundation where the chimney was. He goes, "Oh, I think I'll let it out over here." And then next thing we know, we see the arms of one of the farmers. What is that thing?
Oh, it was a sprayer. Or
Yeah.
some kind of yeah.
So all we see are those coming up over
The corn.
the corn. So it was kind of like, okay, we're not leaving it here.
It's the children
It
of
was
the
just
corn.
great.
Yeah, I think groundhogs are so funny. So, and I was joking with Sasha and Eric that when August comes around, since August has no real holidays, I actually wrote the White House a few years ago suggesting we have a second Groundhog Day officially in August, that first week. So that way the fall lovers can come out and celebrate and wish for an early fall, because it only seems fair that we have one too versus the spring people in February. So, I'm sure they thought I was out of my mind, but I'm sure sharing it to a fall and autumn group, they'll just eat that up.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so I had that deal. So that was basically the highlight of the week. Really was figuring out, what will we find as a trap creature in the animal trap this day. So far 3 things, 2 of which were actually targeted, and the possum, poor thing, let it go.
oh, I remember the first one he caught. I asked if you're going to take him to a rock concert and like rock on. I'm like, are you doing emo things together?
For the record, that groundhog did better in the car than either one of my animals ever have.
Yeah.
That became an ongoing joke as we were driving.
Dogs like car rides apparently.
My cat definitely doesn't. My dog loves to, and I sent Eric a picture when I had picked her up from somebody who was keeping her for me, and she was up in my face and almost made me get in a car accident because she wouldn't sit on the side of the seat where I needed her to. She had to be up on my lap and in my face.
Yeah.
Well, dogs tend to do that, and they love car rides. Cats think they're gonna die usually.
Twila hasn't really had too many car rides, but when she has, they've been long car rides. So when I lived in Elkhart, I took her from Elkhart down to Peru, where I was living at the time, which is an hour-and-a-half drive. Then taking her from Peru back up to Elkhart, and then when I moved out here, she's staying with the lady that I had been renting a room from. So she went back down to Peru. So.
Yeah, I had to take our cat to the vet, which wasn't fun because the cat fought the entire time. Once it got there, it was going crying and screaming at the same time, and then like it was doing it all the way home. It was like, "Do you want a Starbucks or something?" So I got her the pumpkin spice.
Oh, see, no, what I do is I just turn the music up louder so I can't hear her yowling in the back. It makes my life happier.
But I think groundhogs are just curious. They're just like, "What are we doing?"
That thing looked pissed when he opened the
Oh,
trunk.
yeah.
Probably like, are we there yet?
He's like, motherfucker, where the hell are you taking me?
Well, I looked at the picture that Eric took, and he had this really like sad face on. Eric did. And then I looked at the groundhog's face, and he was showing his teeth. I go, I'm gonna bite your head off.
Oh, my face is supposed to be disgust, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I asked him to take a picture of it because obviously I was not getting out because it was just like a one lane road kind of thing. He had to do like a 15-point turn just to turn around.
Yeah, Austin Powers it.
It was great.
Just
But
kept going.
obviously I was not getting out to get back there to take a picture because I wanted to show my kids. But I let him do that. I was like, hey, do me a favor while you're back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw he released the first one, and he lifted the door and just ran out. So I was wondering if the second one.
This one did the same thing except for nosedived into a hole and stabbed itself.
Well, the ditch steeped, it went down, there's thick weeds in it, and you just seen it go boop, boop, and like nosedived into the ditch.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't run out and turn around and attack you or something.
Well, no, it didn't show signs of rabidness, but I mean,
It was too calm to
they
have been
could.
rabid. Otherwise, the car ride would have been much like when Twala is in the car.
Well, I have wondered if you put a blanket down because I wasn't sure it'll pee in the car while you're
No,
moving
they
it.
haven't so far.
So, like they're scared.
So far. That you know of.
I wear gloves when I'm opening it when it's already in the trap, so we wear those. Anyway, so that's been our week. Pretty lower key.
Thank God, uneventful.
Yeah, for the most part. And I know, Jay, if you're still watching, the thing of which we spoke, of which we won't speak yet, we had several things delivered multiple days as supplies, we'll put it that way, ingredients for making that happen. So we're going to do that much closer to filming the first thing. And I'll give a little bit of an inside thing, just because Creatures of the Night, those of you who watch us, you know, sometimes new music, you're the first to hear a single on here. Personal updates or anything like that, usually viewers of this are the first to know. I will say it's a different whole revamped version
Don't.
of Peculiar Encounters with a different twist
Yes.
to it, but it still has some urbex and exploring of places mixed
Yeah.
within it.
You have to
That's
show.
all I'm gonna say.
You have to show your friend Colton when it's all done.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's all we're gonna say right now. But it'd be good to start doing a few of them, trying to bring back that series, just because the timing of the year and getting into the fall and you know that stuff. Halloween time and Gothmas starts in October for us here.
And these are starting to show up again.
So what?
These are starting to show
Oh yeah,
up again.
spirits. Yeah.
That's why I'm
You
wearing.
see that shirt you wore, yeah. Spirits of the season. So. So kind of we started a little bit later today because we were still messing with some of the setup and stuff, but I really, other than just kind of testing and showing you guys an idea of what we're looking at here and actually doing the audio, and figuring out some more things as takeaways to do for next week. I don't have a whole lot more really tonight, just kind of just very casual. Unless either of you two have anything else you want to add.
No. I'm fucking with my contrast again right now.
We're enjoying Stranger Things because Sasha hasn't seen it yet, and I'm trying my
Alright.
best not to spoil her. So.
Yeah, they both gotten grounded for spoiling shit already.
Yeah.
I almost said a big boo boo today. I would have been probably like beat the crap out of if I said it.
No, I
didn't mean
wouldn't beat the
silly.
crap. I mean, you guys definitely would have been very, very grounded, and I probably wouldn't necessarily want to finish the show, but hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stranger Things is the thing here. So Sasha's, because forever, those of you who know Zach, you've probably seen on live stream, he'll do a reference to Stranger Things multiple times a week, and Sasha just wouldn't get it.
I was not understanding
Wouldn't
shit,
understand.
so
And now she's starting to.
that look better?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, good.
just enjoy it. So.
Finish.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it flashed like the Stranger Things. That was.
Oh,
kinda
God.
cool.
There it is. Okay, there's another reference.
You got Demogorgons in your.
Oh, another reference. So
There we go.
now she's starting to know what that's about. But
Yes. And I even made my own reference to it yesterday when we were taking the groundhog, because Eric was talking about how groundhogs can dig only so deep, but they can dig several tunnels every which way. And I'm like, oh, so it's kind of like this from Stranger Things. So I had to make sure to share that with Zach, so he'd have a proud moment that I made my own reference.
Groundhogs can be like baby demo dogs, the little the baby Demogorgons out there that we're starting to see in the show now.
Right?
so, all right. Anything else to add for this week?
I think this week we're good.
So very light, just because most of it's just to kind of experiment with the setup, share what's changing over here.
My hand movements look creepier over here with the candelabra.
Mhm. Yeah. And then imagine, I mean, I don't mind that still being there. We'll have to see what it looks like. 'Cause hopefully in time for next Fridays, that light will be there. So for your background, so it will be even more filled out. And then my agenda and goals for the week is going back to the score to see if there's something I want to see, especially as we're heading towards the Gotham season. Some things I want to do for the music. The background would definitely be a thing on there, especially since 2 cameras now. It's pointless to really have a mansion that you don't have to have a full background anymore. Not really.
Yeah, I just see the front door and the lower floor
You
basically.
don't have to see.
And
So
creatures
the
on the
little
night.
bats that I remember, you can't see it. So what's the point now? So a new background. My streaming deck, which would probably be the last component, honestly, just because it costs some money, and we use some funds, especially mostly me, for the production, of which we don't speak yet.
Hmm.
We should be there by Gothmas, I imagine. So.
Oh, we'll definitely be. I'm hoping to actually have. I mean, for the setup.
Yeah, the streaming deck and all
okay.
that.
So I was gonna say, I'm hoping to have some stuff of the things that we do not speak.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Before you go.
Yeah, 'cause-
and I have another about 4 weeks left. So.
Because he was talking about having it done or doing a lot of it before you leave, and I have to have my kids before you
At
leave
least 1 or
because
2.
they tend to. That's going to be kind of coinciding.
And I hope I get to see him.
You'll get to see them because they go back to school mid-August.
Yeah.
So I have to have them before.
Yeah, I'm leaving either August 7th or the 9th. Haven't decided yet. So.
Yeah, they start school I think on the 16th.
Okay, that'll work. Cause I probably need to leave more on the 7th because I gotta rescue my car payment, by the middle of the month.
Yeah.
So.
My plan is to see how Dr. Chris or Surgeon Chris, whatever the fuck his name is.
Surgeon Chris.
Yes, that's what we refer to him as.
Because he actually worked. He's a surgeon, so.
Yes.
Be funny if it's Bob, Dr. Bob.
Oh no.
Another reference.
Oh. Anyways, see what he says. You're grounded. You're just grounded. See what he says as far as getting once the rods are removed, see how my foot's feeling, and then going from there as far as I ideally like to get my kids this week. Ideally.
Like next Monday, like Tuesday, that soon?
No, it probably wouldn't be any earlier than Wednesday, just to give myself a couple days after getting the rods removed, because I'm fairly certain that's going to take its toll.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I would not plan anything right around the rods.
And that's a show I want to watch when I get home again. Is Wednesday. I really want us to watch it.
My friend Ricky and I have started that. That was kind of like how I'm doing Stranger Things with you. That's kind of my thing with him when I'm in Elkhart. So,
Nice.
we've only watched I think 2 episodes so far. So, I don't know. I don't make my way up there like I used to. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just a matter of seeing how my foot's doing and everything, whether or not how soon I can get my kids in check. And it may not be the full week like I had originally wanted to, but at least have them for a good portion of a week so that they can have their time with me, feel a little bit better about the situation right now.
Like 5
This-
days maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So it may not be a full week. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I made a promise to my kids that I would get them soon, and I'm very much I do not make promises to my kids that I cannot keep.
At least you didn't promise them that it was gonna be a full week, right? You didn't go that far.
I don't think so. I told them I was going to try for a full week, but I didn't make any promises on that end.
Just because we don't know, I mean, when you come out of the foot thing, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do production of what we wanna do yet, because we don't know how your body's gonna react, how many days you're gonna be down because of the rods.
I think I'll be all right. I mean,
Obviously positive thoughts.
I mean,
just
look
don't-
at how I was right after the surgery. I mean, I was getting up and moving around, and I got out that same fucking day.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let you out sooner, you wanted to leave that night.
No, I didn't.
Cause you were drugged up.
Yeah, I was ready to go home, but I knew they weren't going to let me go home right then.
Right, and I never asked the question, but I kinda wondered if you tried to escape.
No,
Did you ever try to?
I did not
crawl
try-
your happy ass out of
Try
there?
to-
no,
escape.
but they were trying to keep me again overnight, and I told them that I wanted to go home. They wanted to wait and see how I did with the people who do the walker, and see their evaluation of me doing that before they would let me go home. And it's because I did so well with that I was able to go home that night.
Cause I imagined it like in the Stranger Things, this is my reference now.
Yeah.
Where she's trying to escape the lab, and the guys and, you know, the MPs and the scrubs and the lab coat people are all like, no, you can't go anymore."
Unlike Eleven or anybody in that show, I was not moving very fast, so I wouldn't have gotten very far.
Well, yeah, none of them got really far. Like Mike tried to warn him, and they just grabbed him up, held him back. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
That's what I
well,
meant.
at least he was able to run. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I was able to go fast enough with the walker that they said I was one of the, I don't remember how they put it, like the best patients that they've had for that kind of shit. I was, hey, there's some that they have to actually go to their home and teach them how to go up the steps and shit like that. They never had to do any of that with me.
visitor.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, they didn't.
I'm sure, like Mike.
They had an option, and I
They-
was expecting somebody in therapy to come out and help you, but.
Yeah, they had that option before they actually showed me the walker, and I showed them exactly how I would go up and down the stairs, crawling and everything else,
Yeah.
because I'm more than capable of doing shit by myself like that.
Well, I was just saying, you know, like Mike, you both be having the emo screaming down pack.
Yeah.
Hi, Vesper. Long time no see. Nice to see you return to the
Vesper!
live stream.
Despy, how you
I
doing?
know you've taken a break, I think, from social media for a while already. From my understanding, you're going to have a vlog for this channel, perhaps this weekend, if I remember correctly. So
She
hopefully
said the
that
outfit
works out.
fit, so.
I love
Yeah.
the like Yagami outfit. But I think it's the girlfriend. She said so, which I really need to look up her name again. But it's sad because it's my favorite anime. I haven't seen it in a few years. So.
Yeah.
I need to quit yawning.
Yes. Mike is young. We started earlier.
Yeah. I didn't get my normal nap in.
You're making me tired, and it's kind of cute.
I'll send one of you out to my car to get my vitamin B12 and I'll be alright.
Yeah, I just like having to look up to you. It's like you're making me tired.
Well, I was going to say, especially if he does still think of the plan of going out for a little while, he can grab it on his way and bring it back in.
Yeah.
Because it's not even.
Another problem is I haven't had my caffeine.
Yeah. So. She says yes with multiple S's.
It's kind of cute that this plugs in there, and it's a vaping device.
But yeah.
Well,
And you guys, since you're right
this is
there
the charger for
and
it.
you're logged in, you guys can see the chat too, so you can see.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
see it right here, which is kind of cool. So.
I still read it though for the audio for the viewers mostly and to acknowledge.
Well, and if I had it on,
Solid.
if I have it on full screen, we can't see it. That's why I took it off full screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so you set up Vesper. It's still work in progress, but you get the idea. We're gonna have two different cameras.
Then I can
two different
interact
stations.
if I need to.
So
the
yeah,
phone,
you
so.
can do it directly on there. So we're about to wrap up here, Vesper, but you know the drill. We're gonna go over to Twitch here, some of us, and I would do our gaming night here in a little bit. But yeah, we are looking to try to aim closer to that 6:30, 6:45 Central Time start time Friday nights for our creatures.
Today was just a fluke because we had technical difficulties getting the
Yeah,
show
a little
set
bit
up.
of delay with that, but it just seems like earlier we go, we do seem to catch a bit more people, and it's worked its way down to 5 hours because started originally about 11 at night, and we bumped it to 10, and we bumped it to about 8:30, and we bumped it to 8.
And then you bumped it to 8:30, and it was still almost 10 o'clock the one time. So I'm sitting here like waiting for creatures to begin, and it was a skeleton in a window. Me, my maid.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so you can have your own. You can respond directly like that. Not that you couldn't when you were back over here at the time, but you just were more focused on the chat here in front of you. So, because I'm seeing that right now, and that's good. So we have more of an interaction. So that way, one of us is on a long story going yippee yippee yap, then another one of us, see the chat and.
I normally did anyways, but I didn't.
Yeah. So it would be good. It would be good for everyone. I know there's change involved. I know Zach is giving me a hard time because he was like, "I'm gonna miss you, bro," because he's
I think I said the same thing. Well, something similar, anyways.
I literally sat behind him. It's like, I miss you. I'm gonna really miss you.
But this is gonna grow on him too. It's just a change now because I think he liked it with the candelabra and the way it looks. Now you guys look like you have fire behind. Well, fire behind Sasha.
Yeah, and I can see your face from the front side over here, which is nice. So.
You can watch.
See fire behind me? What, from the glow from
Yeah,
this?
from that, which.
Oh yeah, you said you're part Aries, so.
Oh, yeah.
You got fire.
We were talking about signs and shit, and I'm a, what was it, Libra with,
Libra Sun, Gemini Moon, and Aries Rising.
there you go.
And then I looked up mine. I'm technically Taurus, Gemini Sun. I'm on the border, but I celebrate my birthday in October as Libra. And then I have Cancer Moon and I'm my Virgo Libra Rising. So the Virgo must be my OCD part.
Jay and Kane now.
Oh, and I was talking to Vesper, and her cosplay is Misa, which is Light Yagami's girlfriend. So I just forgot her name. She told me what it was, and I told her I dressed up as L too. He's the detective in that show. So and he's definitely emo. He has the long emo hair, and he sits like in a seated position like this with his knees bent, because it says that it actually increases his thinking like so much more. Which is kind of cool. So it was funny too, because that's the proper way to poop too.
Yeah, you're supposed to squat. Yeah, there's actually some people, and they thought about getting a stool that you can place in front of your feet so they're arched upward when you're pooping, because it also helps prevent hemorrhoids from coming back.
Right.
So yeah, humans are supposed to poop in a proper position, and most by nature toilets that are made for us in Western countries, at least, they do not satisfy that natural need. So. Vesper says some friends are going, so I guess see them too. Okay, cool. That's what Zach did when he did a cosplay thing or a convention that he went to. One of his friends went with him, so it was featured in his one.
Yeah, we just bought fox ears and tails, and I had the black fox ears and tails, and
He wants to furry.
yeah, because the animal I identify is definitely a fox or a cat, which is basically a fox is half cat, half dog, which I definitely love because I can act like a wolf too.
So you're Inuyasha.
Yeah,
Alright.
but foxes actually say he just like that. It goes hee like that.
Oh, please don't do it.
It's like,
Please don't do it.
I can pull up a YouTube
No,
video.
no, you don't.
And
You know what? Look up the one that says, "What do the moms say?" or "What does the mom say?" and then you'll understand.
And my favorite fox, which is ironic, his name is Finnegan, like Finn, and he's just so silly. And he loves snow.
Wolf.
So.
He goes like a who let the dog out. Woof, woof, woof.
Oh crap! grounded, both
And-
of you.
and-
Just-
and-
all 3 of you are just grounded.
And then when I go east, there's this team called Wolfpack over there in Raleigh, so I do get a lot of wolf eyes. You go.
I can honestly say I've never been to any of the cons, so Comic-Con, any of it.
You almost would have went to Paracon,
Yes.
but the foot thing
But
happened.
my foot thing happened literally
two days before.
the weekend of, yes.
Yeah, and then Kale
And I will never live that down.
came over and we went to our Comic Con. It was Comic Palooza in Houston, and the one before that, because we went to a smaller one near Florida. He saw a gigantic furry person. I think he was a wolf, and he's like, I want to pet him so bad, but I can't ask him; it'd be so awkward. It's like, I'm sure he won't mind. Anyway, he didn't do it, but he likes petting furry things, and because his poor cat runs away every time he sees him.
Alright, so probably wrap up here. So like I said, Vesper, if you want to watch, join in, say something on the Twitch stream here, probably venture over that a little bit once we get settled and tore down from this set. But thanks for tuning in, everyone, and again, stay tuned for next week, because right now we have a plan to have it even more filled out, and hopefully Verlight arrives on time, so we have that for a background, and tamper a little bit more with the way it looks and stuff, but.
And possibly minis running around.
I can't.
if they're here.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to roar with them like we did last time.
Oh, I did have them practicing their roars, and I don't know how well it's going, but hey,
It's roars, not roars.
you know what I meant. Mine is sounded more of a roar instead of a roar. But hey,
And roar's the cute version, I guess.
Alright, everyone, so